Yo. What it do? What it do? What it do? It's your boy Dirty with my brother Twan. We are here tonight to talk some Raider ball, a little bit of news, a little bit of rumors. So I'm pouring my drink. Hopefully, you pour your drink, and let's have some fun. Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. Twan, how you doing, brother?
Hey, I'm good, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't stopping me. You know what I'm saying?
Can't stop, won't stop. Take that, take that.
Hey,
Can
look,
you even still do that anymore? Can you even
I,
still do that anymore?
I don't even know if you can do that. You know what I'm saying? You might be canceled on YouTube for that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure that's what somebody's telling them right now in the jail. They take that, take that,
Hey,
take that.
look,
Man,
sucks, sucks to be him.
sucks to be you, man. Sucks to be you. Let me see. I see Jesus is in the building. What's good with you, Jesus? How you doing, man? Blessings to you. Be Al, my guy. What's good with you? Blessings to you. Uh, Daniel, best sports highlights. What's good with you, man? Long time no talk. All of you guys know long time no talk to, man. Rambo and Ventures from, let's say, Thailand. For sure, man. Appreciate you. Blessings to you on the other side of the world, man. D Minutes, what it do? Hey, D Minutes, get at me, man. Get at me. I ain't got shit to do this weekend, man. I might come up there and watch the games with y'all at the spot. Let me know if y'all gonna be there or not. Um, Circus in the building. What's good with you, Circus, man? Blessings to you. Hope all is well. Um, Look, I know I haven't been around for a long time. I'm probably the last person that has the right to really say anything at this point in time. I didn't do no off-season coverage. I didn't do no week one coverage, no week two, no week three. I didn't even cover week four, the game we just played. But I will come back to talk about my boy. Everybody know how I feel about DA from EPA. Everybody know Raider Nation. I get it. We're not winning. We don't look that good. But we have got to stop listening to the media and the press, bro. They are not on our side. They want us to be in turmoil. They want us to be in discombobulation. They don't want any secrecy in the Raider organization at all. They want it to be turmoil. They want it to be rough goings. Because if it's smooth sailings, we have a possibility of winning. They don't want us to win. Point blank. NFL does not want the Raiders to win. And people can get mad at me. Oh, that's not true. I don't care. That's how I feel. That's what I'm saying. And that's what I mean. They don't want us to win in the NFL, bro. They don't. So they will say whatever they need to say. They will create whatever hoopla they need to create. But I'm here to set the record straight as possibly as I can. Addressing this rumor about Devontae Adams requesting a trade. So everybody knows I know a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy, right? That's all I'm gonna say. I'm never gonna tell you who my guy is, but I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy that knows a guy. You know what I mean? And from that guy to the other guy to the other guy to the other guy to me, yes, Devontae Adams did request a trade, but he did not request to be traded from the Raiders. He asked the Raiders to go make a trade for somebody else. See, that's where you get all the he say, she say, all this, and this, and this, and this. Nah, bro. That's not the case. That's not the case. Now everybody's saying, oh, well, DA and, you know, and AP, they kind of had a little argument spat last week and blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah. I mean, but they two grown ass men. They worked out their argument. Yes, they had a small little argument. It wasn't no fisticuffs or nothing. Wasn't no punches thrown. But hey, if you chastise me about something I'm doing, but you don't get on your guy about what he did in the game, yeah, I'm gonna have something to say to you, bro. I'm gonna have something to say to you. And everybody wants to know, well, why was Jack Jones benched? Because that was the whole thing. Last week when he said we have to make some business decisions, he wasn't talking about Davante Adams. Davante didn't do anything wrong in that game besides drop a couple of passes that he probably should have caught, but it wasn't like he dropped them on purpose. It's not like he saw the ball coming and then batted it towards the ground. That didn't happen. I've never seen Davante shave points or throw a game. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, isn't he chasing a championship at this point in time in his career? He got everything else. So the only thing he will really be chasing is a championship at this point, right? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Please, somebody, correct me if I'm wrong. But I honestly believe at this point in time in his career, he's just playing for a chip. Right now, with us, he's just playing football. He's not chasing the chip with us at this point in time. We got a lot. It's unfortunate, but we got some work to do, man. It's really unfortunate, but this Raider team has a lot of work to do. And a lot of it starts in the trenches. A lot of it starts in the trenches, the offensive side of the trenches. Did they play better this week? Yes, they did. But they also played against a depleted Cleveland Browns. It's not like everybody up front was starters, right? And it's like, oh, well, they had their main guy. Yeah, but he was battling 3 or 4 injuries throughout that game. So, again, you didn't play a fully healthy Cleveland Browns. So is that what it's going to take for us to win? We got to play teams while they got the injury bug? And if that's the case, then we're going to lose this weekend to a team we shouldn't be losing to. So the requested trade that Davante Adams made was for the Raiders to try and see if they could get Aaron Rodgers from the Jets. Because Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to be there anymore. Him and his coach don't see eye to eye. And honestly, I just don't think he wants to be there anymore. So, Twan, what's your take? What you think, man? What's on your mind?
You know, I'm more on the wait and see type of situation. I just hope that it's not a situation where, it is where DA gets, jettisoned. Even we have issues with, free agents, and I hate to see that trend. I said it earlier, in regards to, the possibilities of DA going somewhere else. What do we get from people like that? What have we got in the past from players that left this team? What kind of value did we really get in return? So I'm not really looking forward to this if it is. But like I said, in regards to DA's frustrations, I'm not mad. I get it. And it's not just this year. You know what I'm saying? He's been dealing with this since he's came here, and DC left. I said it earlier. I was like, to be honest with you, and some people ain't gonna like this. Who was a better quarterback since Derek Carr that we brought in? Like, be honest, you know, and it's sad that we're in that position, but we have to blame the organization. We have to blame the powers involved as to why we are where we are right now. Yes, I know we're 2-2, and that looks nice for the most part in terms of, you know, record or whatever in the first 4 games that you're batting 500, but can we say that we beat those teams convincingly, or one of those games was a really strong performance? We still got a quarterback that's only played at most a half of a game in these 4 games. So, you know, I get why DA is, you know, frustrated, and whether it's frustration saying, hey, you need to bring somebody in here, or hey, I need to get out of here. I can't blame him. And I hate to say that because it's my team. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say that because I'm a Raider. You know what I'm saying? And I hope and wish that we could have a situation where free agents want to come here and want to be a part of the team and be involved, and not be in situations where I really, you know, this is my home, you know, my family were Raiders, but, you know, in the situation, I just need to move on. Like, it shouldn't be that way.
Me personally, I just don't see how Minshew was getting the blame for this. Um, and I'm just being honest about it. I don't understand how you could be a top 10 quarterback in the NFL right now, but be the blame of why your team's not winning. To me, it doesn't make any sense to me. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm not saying that everybody's wrong, but I'm also not saying that everybody is right either, because in all honesty, I mean, what have you been begging for? A top 10 quarterback, right? Well, you have a quarterback right now who's ranked in the top 10, if not top 5. For the first 3 weeks, I think he was the number 1 and number 2 quarterback in the NFL with yards and completions. So, I mean, if he had the touchdowns, there's probably quarterbacks out there with more touchdowns. I mean, I know there's quarterbacks out there with more touchdowns, but is that his fault, or is that play calling fault, or is that the offensive line fault? Because, you know, in all honesty, for the first 2 games, they couldn't hold water. Well, I'll say for the first 3 games, because in all honesty, I mean, they did a fairly decent job against Baltimore, but against the Chargers and against the fucking Panthers, shit, bro, they was like the levees in New Orleans during Katrina. They just broke, bro. They couldn't hold shit. You know, so, you know, and everybody's like, oh, the O line is this. No, bro, let's just be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. The O line was fucking terrible.
Mm-hmm.
They've literally been terrible. Why do you think we can't run the ball? Because they can't fucking block. They're just now starting to learn this shit. You can see it in the last game. And like I said, the only reason I think they had really any success in the last game is because you played a depleted Cleveland Browns. You played a hurt squad. Let's see what you do this week against Denver. I mean, yeah, I mean, I know Denver barely won last week, but I mean, yeah, still, bro.
No, I'm talking about us. We barely beat we barely beat the Browns.
Barely beat Cleveland. I mean, so are we going to be able to keep our streak coming this week? Are we going to be able to keep the streak going? I'm just saying.
People failed to forget the Browns was in the red zone at the end of the game.
Yeah, they just couldn't get it done. Shouts out to Snowden for coming through with the sack. You know what I mean? Good job by the defensive backs. Shout out to Bennett. You know, I was real tough on Bennett last year, man. Said the brother needed to improve. I felt like he would be better in year 2 than he was in year 1. And
Mhm.
so be it. He's better in year 2 than he was in year 1.
And you know what, Dirty? I think with Bennett, like, and I feel the same way. I think with Bennett, he was dealing with those injuries his first year. You know what I'm saying? So he was fighting the injuries along with just being a rookie. And this year definitely he's you can tell he knows what he's doing. The system hasn't changed for him, so he knows. Patrick Graham has him knowing what he's exactly supposed to be doing out there. The only thing that I to nitpick Bennett is I want to actually see him get some hands, on the ball. You know what I'm saying? It's good that you're batting the ball down. You're knocking the ball out. You're fighting through the hands and all of that. But I want him to get past that a little bit and add picking off the ball a couple of times too. Because I think he's there. You know what I'm saying? He's there to make the play. He just gotta follow it through.
How many interceptions did he have in college?
I would have to look that up.
I don't think he had many. Honestly, I don't think he had that many. And if you didn't have 10 to 15 in your college career, I don't expect you to have that many in the NFL. All I need you to do is stick to your man and knock the ball down when it's needed to be knocked down. Interceptions have come, but in all honesty, I don't really too much care for interceptions. I mean, I care for interceptions. Don't get me wrong. I want interceptions, but what I mean by that is, if it's not in your repertoire, why would I expect it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if that's not something you showed me in college, I don't know why I would expect that once you got to the NFL.
And maybe because
I'm good with passes batted down, bro. I'm good with pass breakups.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah, 5. And how many
5,
years?
3.
Yeah, I don't expect them to have many in the NFL. 5 and 3.
Yeah.
I mean that's 1.2 a season.
Yeah.
1.3 a season.
Maybe because what I'm seeing just based off of watching the games, he's close. You know what I'm saying? Like he's right there. So what's stopping you from here and then there? You know what I'm saying? Like what's the difference from here and there? You know what I'm saying? So whatever that is, if he can take that, then you really got a dangerous situation because we know Jack Jones is going to pick it off on the other side, and then now you got Jacorian Bennett. You know what I'm saying?
He might pick it off. It depends. It's a business decision for him.
True. But I think the business decision for him is more on the tackling end than the intercepting end. If he can get a hand on it, he gonna try to pick it off. I think he just can't help himself but do that. But the tackling part, we already know he's kind of light in the booty anyway. So it depends on who he's trying to take down too.
Well, and that's the funny thing about it because last year he was making tackles.
True.
Yeah, it's one of the things we liked about him. He came in and made tackles, unlike Marcus Peters. And then this year we watch you whiff at a tackle. It's like, oh, yep, no, I don't want to get involved in that. I mean, come on, man. What are we doing out here? If you're not fully immersed in the game and gonna give it everything you got while you out there on the field, why even be out there on the field? Injuries is just part of the game, bro. If you don't get hurt now, you're gonna get hurt later. Not wishing any harm on anybody. I mean, like old boy from the Bills. You know what I mean? That was like an innocent play, bro. It was an innocent play. And it just so happened to end up being a freak accident. So I mean, you can't fight God. I mean, you can try,
Right.
But you ain't gonna win.
And I
Just saying.
can't even say good luck on that.
That's it. Hey, you can make an attempt.
that is a bet you are definitely gonna lose.
But I'm pretty sure, 99.9% sure, you ain't gonna win that. Just my thought, man. Now, I'm also gonna say this for those who are, trade DA, trade DA, trade DA. I'm gonna tell you something, man. If the Raiders decide to trade Davante Adams right now, you can call the season a wrap, bro. You could wrap the season up right now. Because that's what you're telling me by trading Davante Adams. Because you're not going to get a player for him. Best you'll get is maybe some draft picks for next year. But then you still got to play this whole season and hope that the team that you sent him to doesn't do too well. Because if they do, them draft picks that you traded for, they're going to be very low draft picks, bro.
Yeah.
And then what was the point? What would be the point then? You trade them to a team and they make the playoffs, so now they're picking in the late 20s. Well, when you transfer that over to the second round, that's the late 50s. Maybe early 50s, but late 50s at best. At worst, late 50s.
But that's what it is, Dirty. Like no matter what, like you can tell me right now, put him on almost any team, and he's taking that team to the playoffs.
I don't think so.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's not too many teams where you're gonna put him on that team and they're not making the playoffs.
There's a few teams. There's only I want to say there's maybe 3 teams he can go to that would instantly become playoff teams if they're not already playoff teams.
Mm.
The Detroit Lions, the Buffalo Bills, and probably the Pittsburgh Steelers.
So even with that, you're still getting a 20-something pick.
No, because you're not going to get a first round pick. Nobody's trading you a first round pick for DA. It's not happening. At best, you'll get the next 3 years of second round picks and the third round pick for next year. That's the best you could do. The worst you could do is get a second round this year, third round this year, and maybe a third round next year. Worst you could do. Or you could get nothing for them at all, which is the trend, and let them walk in free agency when the season is over. Because honestly, right now, nobody's trading you for a 31-year-old wide receiver that may have hamstring issues right now. People are like, well, why he's not traded? Because he's fucking hurt. You can't trade a hurt fucking player.
I hate to say it, but I don't think that hammy is actually what it is.
He's hurt. He's hurt. It's just not. It's not it's not like the worst you could be. It's like a mild. But at 31 years old, you don't press it. You just don't. You try to let it get itself back into shape, because at 31, if you push it, that might be it forever. Just saying. I know firsthand that when you try and push a hammy, it could be real bad for you. You ever tried to drive 3.5 hours home with a bad hamstring? It's no fun. Trust me, no fun. I left Vegas with a bad hamstring from the flag football game. I had to drive home because I decided, oh, it wasn't that bad. It stopped hurting for a few minutes, so I went back in the game. I was like, oh yeah, no, no, threw up, and that was at 42. That was about 3 years ago, right? 2, 3 years ago.
Yeah, just about.
Little man's about to be 3, so yeah, it was like 3 years ago. I'm just saying.
It's
I'm just saying.
and I just hope we do business right. Whether it's like I said, whether he's gone or whether he stays, I hope we just do business right. Because there's other teams, there's other players that are looking at how we handle business and how we conduct business. They're excited about Antonio Pierce. We've been excited about Antonio Pierce, so we the vibe and everything else is rolling with that. Like let's turn that around and say, okay, yeah, the vibe is right, but you can also, this is a place you can get do good business with. And especially since now we're in a position where we actually do have money. You know what I'm saying? Our owner's not broke.
Owner's not broke.
So,
but I mean, we're actually making we made a poor business decision before the season even started by letting fucking Josh Jacobs walk. If you want to talk about making business decisions, that was a bad business decision. Because in all honesty, Zamir ain't doing shit. I'm not impressed with the game he just had. He didn't do shit. But he had 2 big runs, well, 1 good run and another halfway decent one. I mean, honestly, bro, I thought Madison played way better than fucking Zamir. Madison played way better than Zamir. But,
they keep switching these schemes, and I think that's where everything is. You got and it's not just with the running backs, but you got people on this O line. Like, we drafted certain people on this O line for a certain scheme, and then now you change the scheme, and now they're trying to learn it all over again. And certain things work for some, and then certain ones don't work for others. Like, I was optimistic about Andre, but he seems like he sucks in either scheme.
I don't know. I thought he played pretty well against a hurt Cleveland Browns.
Exactly.
Just saying. I thought he played pretty well against a hurt Cleveland Browns.
So,
but I guess we all played really well to get a win, right?
That game shouldn't have been as close as it was. Just simple as that. I'll put myself in front of the bus.
Hey, I know for a fact I said it. It was gonna be an ugly game, and we was only gonna win by like 3. Maybe we won by 4, but I told you it was gonna be an ugly game, bro. It doesn't matter who we play. This offense is not being ran right. It's not utilizing our strengths. You know what I mean? They keep saying they want to have this run game. You know what opened up our run game this week? Passing the ball. Us passing the ball opened our run game this week. They were like, oh, well, Devontae wasn't out there, and, we played good without him. Yeah, but you think you did that the whole season? I mean, didn't Cleveland lose both they starting corners? They'd already lost one, and then the other one dropped in the game. So you need a Devontae Adams out on the field to take away the attention from other wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
People are like, oh, well, he's dropping passes. But shit, didn't Brock Bowers drop one? Brock Bowers dropped one that he could have took to the fucking house. He dropped a touchdown. Oh, I know it was like it had to been like a 45-yard, 50-yard run to the house.
Mm-hmm.
But if he caught that ball, there was nobody in front of him. He came off the line unguarded that play. He could have caught that ball and took it to the house. He's not an easy person to bring down. So it'd have been a fight. And he's not slow. Not slow at all. He could have easily turned that into a 50-yard game. But he dropped it. You know why? Because that's the type of shit that just happens to players every now and then. A ball that you normally would catch, he dropped. So it happens. Act like Jerry Rice never dropped a pass. I don't get it, man. We here in the nation, bro, we always asking for something, and then when we get it, we ain't happy with it just because one reason or another, bro. And that's just annoying, man. We're the greatest fan base, and at the same time, we're the worst fan base. We're the greatest when it comes to cheering for our squad. We're the worst when it comes to having the back of our squad, bro. We are so fucking flip-flop, wishy-wash, judgmental about our team. Bro, we can't never get nothing positive, bro. We win a game and it's still, oh well, we should bring in AOC. Didn't we win with AOC on the bench? So why we gotta swap them out now? I just think we probably could have put up 2 more touchdowns with it. Well, you think that, but the coaches don't. I don't run this team. The coaches do. They make the decisions. I just have an opinion on how I think things should be. Doesn't mean that's how they're going to be. Do I expect them to listen to me? Nah, I don't. Why? I don't have no qualifications for them to listen to me. Yeah, I've coached ball. Coached ball for many years. Played ball for many years. I know the game. But I'm not anybody. I'm not no college coach. I'm not no NFL coach. Not even a NFL player that played a half a season and disappeared. I'm not even that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just somebody who loves the game. Football is my religion. Because I'm not a religious person. I'm spiritual. I'm not religious. But football is my religion. I'm faithfully here every Sunday, Thursday, Monday night, paying my tithes to the TV. Always. Because these streaming platforms cost money, so that's me paying my tithes to be able to watch this shit. So I'm just saying.
Pretty much.
It's a game. I could be on my Harley. I won't miss a game. It'll just be projected on the screen right in front of me. I can't watch it while I'm riding, but I can hear it. I can see some things when I come to a stoplight. I can watch a couple of plays. These lights down here in LA be long as shit sometimes, bro. Long as shit. Just look up. But either way. So I just hope I really hope you guys stop listening to some of these media analysts. I don't call any of them experts because they're not. When you're wrong about something, you're no longer an expert. I'm sorry, you're just not. That's why I've never called myself an expert in football. I've been wrong about a lot of things. But people are saying, "Oh, well, Adam Schefter reported it." Well, when Adam Schefter lost credibility with me, when I heard Aaron Rodgers say one day he told Adam Schefter to lose his number because he was so much full of shit. Well, when a Hall of Fame player like Aaron Rodgers tells you to lose his number because you're full of shit, there's got to be a reason behind it, don't you think? Just saying, you would think that there's a reason behind him saying something like that. And honestly, I just don't trust these writers, bro. Sometimes I feel like they just be trying to make up something to stir the pot, to get you riled up, get you going. Truthfully, there's nothing else in the NFL to talk about. I mean, we're gonna talk about Baltimore winning. No, we're not. It's not that exciting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Are we gonna talk about Buffalo dropping one? No. Why? Because it's not that exciting. Are we gonna talk about the Denver Broncos beating the Jets? We did that already. There's nothing else to talk about. So what will really get the people going? The Raiders. What about the Raiders? What can we say about them? Oh, trade Devontae again. Again? Didn't we do that last year? Yeah, we did. Remember the responses we were getting? Remember the numbers? You saw the charts? Yeah. This was like sweeps week. Yeah. That's what the media is, bro. It's fucking sweeps week again. The fuck you gonna talk about?
Mm-hmm.
You got nothing to talk about. You got to make something up to talk about. Well, what's the team that gets the highest ratings, regardless if you talk good about them or bad about them? It'll be the Raiders. Every single time. When the NFL needs something to talk about, it's us. It's us. Like the world didn't have enough to deal with during COVID, we had to lose a coach too. You know what I mean? Oh, COVID's not good enough. We need something else. What could we do? Pull up some bullshit about emails and get a coach fired. Oh, well, okay, cool. But what team are we going to pick on? The Raiders. Oh, that does sound good. That could be great. Let's do it. Let's run with it. That's what happens. Happens every single time. We are the best topic of discussion for the NFL, be it good or be it bad. Most of the time, it's bad. But hey, as I said, I'm just merely a fan. I'm nothing more than that. I'm just a fan. Just like everybody else who watches this game and have no ties to it in real life. Just a fan. But I'm also not blind and I'm not stupid. And we have got to stop letting these media people feed us this nonsense, this BS. We just gotta stop.
You know what is it's tough though. Because like really like think about it. Well, at least for me, like I have my little iPad on my phone, right? So I wake up in the morning. Let me see what's going on YouTube. blasted all across my iPad is Devontae Adams, Devontae Adams, Devontae Adams. You know what I'm saying? Like it, and everybody's talking about it. It's not like nobody, stayed away from the topic. Like everybody's on it, and it's kind of hard when it's in your face like that. You know, despite whether it's legit information or they fishing for clicks. So
No, I hear you.
I I get why, even because I was watching the Kay Adams show or whatever, and even before all this happened, like Da was talking about how he's in a rumor every week. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's saying something about him every week.
Every week.
So,
and then I hate the fact that they made such a big deal that he hadn't talked to Pierce, but the post. So the story was written Sunday night, right? Story was written Sunday night. It was liked early Monday morning. The recording was early Monday morning. The same time it was being liked, he was being asked about it being liked. Technically. I mean, maybe been an hour between the two, maybe 3 hours. I'm supposed to call you within that time frame when I know you got shit going on. You got to take the kids to school. You got to get rehabbed. I know you got a show in the morning.
And they didn't have to report until tomorrow.
You didn't have to report till the next day.
Because he gave the players until Wednesday. He said, "See you Wednesday."
Mm-hmm.
So doesn't that give Pierce an off day on Monday too?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
I don't care if you liked it or not. So what? It means nothing. I like a lot of things on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram. Don't mean I support them. Doesn't mean I support the things. Let's take, for instance, Sos the Ghost, right? Let's just take, for instance, Sos the Ghost. I don't know if you guys know who Sos the Ghost is, but Sos the Ghost is a YouTube content creator, mostly geared towards the motorcycle world. You know what I mean? This show is called Demons Row. If you've never seen it, check it out. Real good brother, right? He did a little something about, he did a small little show about basically the UN and the bigger distraction and, supporting Trump and all of that, right? But I like this video. Why? Because I support Sos the Ghost, right? Doesn't necessarily mean I agree with his views. And I put that down in the comment. Hey, brother, I respect your right to choose. You know what I mean? As an American, you were born with that right. It was God given to you, right? But here's my point of view. So, I mean, just because you like something doesn't necessarily mean you 100% agree with it. Doesn't. You could just be showing love to somebody you support. And that's what I take it as. I felt like he was showing love to somebody he supports. I don't think it was anything more than that. I think Antonio Pierce knows he wouldn't have a job if it wasn't for Devontae Adams and Max Crosby. So why would you shit on the brother just like that so quickly? You wouldn't. I just think it's a bigger deal than what people are making it out to be. That's just my opinion, just a thought, not necessarily saying I'm right and not saying I'm wrong either. But it's just my opinion in the matter.
I think it's just a wait. I think it's just a wait and see type of situation because even the press conference today that Antonio Pierce had, Coach Antonio Pierce, you could tell even though he was filtering some things, you could tell that he's already had conversations about certain things. So there's something that they have that they're not even letting anybody know about. You know what I'm saying in regards to the conversations between not only Antonio Pierce, but he said that this is a three-headed situation where is Antonio Pierce, is Telesco, and Mark Davis. So they're on the same. Well, I'm not gonna say they're on the same page, but they're all in the same meeting in regards to whatever's going on. So it's just a wait and see. And as much as I like Devontae Adams, look, if we get rid of him and we get something back, as long as it benefits the Raiders, I'm with it.
What you think you're gonna get back that's gonna benefit us right now?
I can't speculate all of that. I'm just saying whatever we get, if it's a bag of hot Cheetos, if that bag of hot Cheetos is gonna benefit the Raiders, then I'm taking it.
I ain't taking a bag of hot Cheetos, but I get you.
Look, that's just where I'm at. Like, everybody talks about, certain people are safe or whatever. Nah, like I hate to say it, even though I like Max Crosby. Look. If somebody wants to give us the whole world for Max Crosby, I will send him on the next flight.
You can't have Max. I'm sorry. You trade Max Crosby away, bro, I'm done for the year. I'm done.
I get it.
You don't trade away the heart and soul of the team, bro. You just don't.
How many heart and souls do we have lead this team?
Just saying, I wasn't thrilled when DC left, but we're not gonna get into that because that's just gonna start an argument and conversation that I really don't want to have. One of the reasons I've been gone for so long.
Marcus Allen was a heart and soul of this team too.
Yeah, but he did something. He did something. That's all I'm gonna say. He did something.
I wasn't gonna go there, but I'm just saying, like, when you start naming heart and souls, like, some of them left too.
No, you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying he did something. I'm gonna just leave it at that. He did something.
So, I that, like I said, I like DA, but business is business, whether we like it or not.
Business is personal,
and hopefully we're making the right business. You know what I'm saying?
That's one of the things people forget. Business is never personal. Not when business is done right. It's never personal.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. It's weird.
Yeah, so I'm really on the wait and see. I know a lot of people want to jump out there and make their own, you know, genie ball forecast. Um, you know, but we really don't even know what's going on.
Shit. They don't know what's going on at this point in time. Shit.
Cool.
You know what I mean? The front office.
Oh,
Because they probably was caught off guard too. Like, what? He requested a trade. When? Why we didn't hear nothing about this? Shouldn't we have been the first people to hear about him on the trade? Just saying. I'm just saying. And if he does want to trade, so what? That ain't nobody else's business but theirs. It don't got nothing to do with us. We buy tickets, we support the team. That's about as far as your money's gonna take you. If you expected anything more than that, you're delusional. You're delusional. And I'm being real. I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything like that. If you expect anything more than to sit down and to watch the game, you feel like you're entitled to be involved with the decisions that the franchise makes, you're delusional. They're not going to listen to you. You have no qualifications or background status that supports them listening to you. Call me crazy, but I feel like that's real life.
yeah.
I was watching Matthew Schechter today. You know, I like some of the things he had to say. Didn't agree with all of it, but I like some of it. I watched Honcho today. Well, rerun of Honcho. But I don't catch anybody live hardly ever anymore. Some people I do. If I have the time and the ability to do it, I'll catch a couple of people live. But for the most part, I end up watching repeats. You know what I mean? Or clicking onto a thumbnail and watching the video after they've gone live. One, I don't really too much like interactive in the chats because spend all that time throwing out good information and that should just get passed by, man. It's like a waste of fucking time. That's the other reason like I don't like to watch a lot of content creators because they got a couple of people that they literally just focus on their comments and fuck everybody else's. And that's just a shitty way to run your channel. Truthful. Now, I don't know if my chat is working or not. You know what I mean? Truthfully, the last one came in at like 10:06. I don't know.
It's rolling.
Is it? It stopped for me at 10:06. It hasn't shown me anything since then. I probably need to do a refresh. So I do apologize if I'm not getting to the chat or anything like that. If you see anything out there that's outstanding or noteworthy, by all means, you know what I mean, address it. But I cannot see the chat. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can hit a refresh button.
You guys, while he's doing that, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to both channels. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, hit up Dirty's channel, hit that subscribe button, and then I do a little Raider content too. So you can come on over to Raider Twan and subscribe. One of my deacons should be able to, put the link over on Dirty's channel because some of his mods are my deacons. So one of my deacons, go ahead and hit that. Put that on there. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see you guys. James Furpo, Raider Ways in the building. Gam 110 is in the building. Shout
Now
out
I
to
see my
everybody.
chat. How y'all doing? What up, Aaron? I didn't even know you was in the building. What's good? Loon, my brother, what's good with you, man? Salute to you. See a lot of people pulling up now. Right away, what's good? Dark, what's good? All eyes, what's good? J Dog, salute to you. Raider Spade, tragedy turned triumph. What it do, man? Cool Cam, how you doing? You know what I mean? Yeah, my chat just was not working at all. Now I can see it. So
It be doing that sometimes.
yeah, it stopped at 10:06. Like literally, the last chat came in at 10:06. It's like what? Okay, cool, no problem. um,
Raider found dang.
it says pay attention to how much Marks puts into the Aces on that because he built it from ground up. Yeah, pretty
But
much.
but
Raider
the other
Fontaine,
thing,
what it do?
oh,
Oh, go
you
ahead.
know, it don't, and I know it sucks that it looks like that, but if you really pay attention to how much those girls are actually getting paid, Mark Davis is pretty much playing penny slots over there versus what he's spending on for the Raiders.
Yeah, when he turned an NBA team into a championship, then we can talk. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not down in women's basketball, but the Aces the Aces weren't a terrible team when he bought them. They weren't a bad team when he bought them. So
and their salaries are not a lot. That's why what I'm saying. Like that's why the WNBA girls, women are complaining about pay because they know they're only making like like I said, they're making what okay, I'll say it like this. What maybe one of our practice squad players are getting, or one of our like say okay, our kicker's getting paid probably more than their star player, or getting or somewhat close to it. So it is it's cheaper over there in regards to how much he's spending and all of that. Yeah, they are successful and all of that, but yeah, the Raiders are way more expensive on his pockets than what the Aces are doing.
no, my channel name hasn't changed. Raider Fontaine is still Natural Born Raiders podcast. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna change the name from the channel. I'm really just changing the way I go about doing my shows. Um, Less arguing, uh, less bullshit, basically. I'm just trying to bring you straight content, thoughts, opinions. You know what I mean? If I got facts to throw out, I'll throw facts out there as well too. I don't chase rumors. I'm not a rumor chaser. It's never been a big thing for me. Um, yeah, it's just I honestly I've been gone for so long. Uh, Truthfully, for a while, I just lost the will and the want to even be here on YouTube. You know what I mean? Just I felt I was feeling at peace. I'm still feeling at peace, even though I'm doing this show right now. I still feel at peace, but I had to find my center. You know what I mean? I had to get back to who I was before I even started YouTube. And it took a minute. You know what I mean? It took a while for me to get back to who I was before I even started YouTube. Um, and now that I'm back to being that person, I'm happy. You know what I mean? I can present a better product. This is not, like I said, this is not the final set, not the final studio, anything like that. Like I said, my studio is still under construction, and I really do mean it's under construction. Because when I truly come back to the airwaves and start doing my daily shows, things of that nature, I want to be in a good setting. You know what I mean? I want to feel comfortable. I want to feel relaxed. I don't want to feel rushed or suffocated or anything like that. So I'm just taking my time getting everything right. Learning how to deal with these programs that I downloaded and paid for. You know what I mean? Yeah. He said you came back in a complicated, drama-filled time with the Raiders. Laugh out loud. Yeah, it's drama-filled for all these other content creators that's giving you guys BS. It's not drama-filled for me. You know what I mean? Like, it's not drama-filled for me because I care less about the drama. I'm not going to agree with everybody. That's fine. You know what I mean? I've got no issues with that. So, he said, when's the next 24-hour? That's a damn good question, man. That's a damn good question, bro. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna figure out a way. I'll figure out a way to broadcast live. Maybe I'll take you guys on a ride, bro. Maybe I'll take the Harley out for a ride, bro. You know what I mean? And I'll do a live on my way up to like Stockton or something, Sacramento or Vegas. I don't know. Figure it out. 24 hours is a long time. 24 hours is a long time, bro. It'll never be done again. Well, unless it's me, but no, I tell you right now, there's not a Raider content creator out there that's going to give you a 24-hour live.
Not this one.
There's not a one, bro. I don't care whoever it is, and I'm not shitting on anybody. There's not a one out there that can give you a 24-hour live, bro. It'll never happen again unless I do it. But I don't know when I'm gonna do it. Honestly, I don't have that type of time anymore. That was before my son got here. That was before my mom had a stroke. That was before I bought a new house. That was right around COVID time. So motorcycle set was closed down and things of that nature. Bro, I'm being 100% honest, bro. I love being on my Harley, bro. I love being out with my club brothers. I spend more time fucking with them than I do anything else aside my family. You know what I mean? So unless there's a Raider game on, then I'm sitting there. Shit, usually we'll go out. We'll take a ride to go watch the game somewhere. You know what I mean? So I'm just said that's why the Raiders suck. Why? Why do they suck? For what reason? I don't think my team sucks. What I think it is, they have shitty moments, but they are 2-2, so you can't suck at 2-2. I mean, who else is? Baltimore is 2-2. Dallas is 2-2. I think everybody in the AFC West is 2-2 except for Kansas City. I mean, shit. Like, if we suck, a lot of the NFL sucks too. Yeah, I'm just saying. There's a lot of 2-2 teams right now. A lot of them. There's some 1-3 teams too. I'm saying we ain't one of them.
Thank God.
I mean, are there any undefeated teams left?
I don't think so.
Kansas City got a loss? Yeah, Kansas City got one loss, huh?
No, I think who did they lose to?
Do they have a loss?
I don't think they lost anyway.
I don't think they may not. I don't think they lost yet either. Said I heard KC is what?
Yeah, they're 4-0.
Yeah, they're undefeated. Yeah, Kansas City is undefeated. Even with shitty play from Kelsey, they're still undefeated.
We literally battling for It's a three-way tie, and this coming Sunday, we battling for third and fourth spot.
Yeah. Hey, look.
Because even if the Chargers win, and you know what I'm saying, we win, they'll still be on above us because they won.
Chargers ain't winning this week. They're not winning this week. I don't even know who they play, and I'm telling you, they're not winning this week. Just, I think Herbert's still hurt, ain't he? He's still battling.
Yeah. No, I think they're on a bye. I think they have a bye this week.
Yeah, so they'll be third place. They'll be third place because we'll have one win up. Yeah, okay, yeah. Thank you, Jesus. I appreciate it. Kansas City's 4-0, Minnesota's 4-0. And Minnesota is a shocker at 4-0. Because nobody thought Sam Darnold was gonna go over there and do shit.
Hey, when all you gotta do is throw it in the vicinity of JJ and make it happen.
Hey, I'm mad because I could have drafted Justin Jefferson on my fantasy team, but I didn't because Sam Darnold was the quarterback.
The quarterback. You always, anytime you draft a player, you're like, hey, who's their quarterback? Okay,
who's throwing him the ball?
Yeah, he might throw him a few. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I get it. I get it.
Yeah, but I'm slowly making my way back. We the people, my brother was good with you, man. I know people been asking me, hitting me up on IG, things of that nature, asking when I'm coming back, sending me prayers for my health and things of that nature, and the new house and stuff like that. I mean, this is the new house, as you can see. I'm in the backyard right now. No, I don't have a pool. You see the lights behind me. The house backyard still goes past that. You know what I mean? Like I'm sitting on a half acre. You know what I mean? Or more. I'm sitting on a half acre or more right now. I mean, and most of it is yard. I got a big house too, but my yard is huge, which was one of the selling points. I don't know if you can see over there. You see the white right there. There's a deck. There's a patio deck up there, a 2-level patio deck up there. Well, actually, a 3-level if you count the floor, the 2nd level, and then the 3rd level. So, yeah, part of the studio. That's going to be my daytime studio over there. My nighttime studio is going to be over by the garage. Well, basically in the garage, but I'm turning turning one section of my 3-car garage into a studio. Hey Tony, man. Hey, yeah, bro. I had to find myself, bro. I lost myself on YouTube. You know what I mean? I lost myself on YouTube, bro. I had to get back to who I felt like I needed to be instead of the person I was becoming. You know what I mean? I've never been drama filled in my life. You know what I mean? I've always avoided drama to the best of my ability. You know what I mean? I always used to stray away from conflict. Not that I couldn't fight or anything like that. I like peace. I like quiet. You know what I mean? I like not having to be an asshole. And I lost that. And that's why I've been gone, because I lost me. I lost who I was. So I had to go find that. Now that I found that, I'm good. Real good. In fact, I'm gonna show you one of the things that helped me find who I am.
Oh, Lakers and five is in the building. Shout out Lakers and five.
Nah, I tell y'all, I don't push religion, but this right here, yeah, I mean, it's just find yourself, man. $13 at CVS. Not pushing no religion or nothing like that, but sometimes we gotta turn to something to find something, right? Now, I'm not saying it's all on that book because I
Mm.
just got that book not too long ago, but a lot of it was just me being with my family, taking care of my house, taking care of my mom, uh, getting back in touch with myself, bro. You know what I mean? That peace and quiet, not having to worry about doing something for somebody else, or wondering if I'm doing a good job at what it is I am doing. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Or do these people agree with me? Do they think I'm phony? You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to worry about any of that. So I went and found who I used to be and reverted back to who I used to be. See them Jordans right there, boy? Look, I wasn't taking care of my feet before, man. Now got the feet. The feet is looking good, boy. That's just one pair. I promise you, I have on a different pair of Jordans every show. I promise you, I have on a different pair of Jordans every show. Now I just have to get back to taking care of myself, man. Because you know good to nobody in the world if you know good to yourself. And that's the God's honest truth, man.
Mm.
There's no, you can't be no good to anybody in the world if you ain't no good to yourself. You got jokes, Moon? You said the XJ900s? Nah, bro. Not me. Not I. No, no. Mm-mm.
I
These right
think
here, these is like my fifth favorite pairs. It's like my fifth favorite pair of Jordans. You know what I mean? My fifth favorite. But
if you always on the go, you know what I'm saying, you can stretch yourself out so thin that you don't even realize it. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the hamster wheel, mentality starts to go, where you're just going and going and going, and eventually you lose yourself. Makes you want to think like, by you running and running like that, it makes you think like, who am I? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Why am I not doing the things that I like to do? I used to. My favorite thing used to be X, Y, and Z. I don't do those anymore. Why? You know, and
what up,
sometimes
JC?
that's what happens.
Red Rebel, what it do? Anthony Estrada was good. Uh, man, I'm just, you know what I mean? Said bootleg Jays is the way to go. Oh, no, 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 no. Bootleg Jays are not the way
Bootleg
to
Jays.
go. No,
He
buddy.
said the bootleg
No,
Jays.
no,
You
no.
got those. You got those at the Slauson, huh?
No, 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 not at all. Not at all. I got these from Nike. All my Jordans come from Nike. All my Jordans come from Nike. If Nike don't have them in my size, I don't get them. But
Wait,
all my, well, now that's not true. Some came from Foot Locker. A couple of my J's came. Actually, these came from Foot Locker. Yeah, these did come from Foot Locker.
wait a minute.
But for the most part, they either come from Nike, Foot Locker, uh, not so much Champs. I don't really do Champs that much, but you got to be careful, man. Some of these stores that's tailored to selling Jordans, some of them ain't real, bro. and you paying hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars for some shit that ain't real, bro. You gotta be careful, man. You just gotta be careful. I cop the Jordans when they come out at retail price. I don't pay. I don't pay the markup. I get them in retail, or I don't get them at all. That's how it is with me. I get them at retail, or I don't get them at all.
Garment District.
Nope. None of that, bro.
I haven't been there in a minute, man.
Bro, I don't. Only thing I'll go down to the Garment District to get t-shirts, sweatshirts, Levi's. Yeah, about it. Maybe I might get socks depending on if they got designer socks. I don't wear basic socks. You know what I mean? I wear designer socks. I think today I got, like today I got on the Captain Crunches today, bro. On the Captain Crunch socks today. They went with the outfit that I had on earlier. Well, with the shirt that I had on earlier, still got on the same jeans. But yeah, bro, my socks gotta have color, pizzazz. I can't just have no basic ass white sock, bro. Like even my white socks got Jordan logos or something on them, bro. They just can't. I cannot do plain white, and I don't wear no white underwear at all. That's a cardinal rule in my house. We don't do white underwear. That's some jailhouse shit, bro. I'll never wear white underwear again in my life. You know what I mean? I can't do it. I can't do it. I've never been able to do it, bro. Like, I've said this before, man. There's a thing in my family, bro. It's quantity over quality. I mean, quality over quantity, bro. You know what I mean? It's quality over quantity. Yeah, I could buy 5 pair of shoes for the price of 1 shoe, but that 5 pair of shoes are not going to outlast that 1 pair of shoes. Just because the price you pay for them. Now, I buy clothes out of Ross all day long. Got no issue with that. I've even bought shoes from Ross, but not Jordans. I bought some work shoes from Ross. Bought some golf cleats from Ross. When I first started playing, I didn't have no golf shoes, but I saw some at Ross and I bought those. But shit, as soon as I got me some money to get some real ones, bro, I swapped over to some real golf shoes. So yeah, and now Jordan has a whole line of fucking golf shoes. So that makes it even more fun for me. I got at least 3. I got 3 pair of Jordan golf shoes. And I'm working on getting more. But the show ain't about my wardrobe.
Welcome to the lifestyles of the rich and famous.
You know what I mean? Let's talk about the game coming up, man. We already talked about the Devontae. Like I said, I don't think DA is going anywhere. Max Crosby is still day to day. This team eventually will turn. It'll work. It will work. The thing is, people just got to buy in, and the offense has to be better, bro. And it's not that they're terrible as much as they're not cohesive. And what I mean by that is I don't feel like they're on the same page with the coordinator, and the coordinator's not on the same page with them. You know what I mean? I don't think he sees what's out there, and he's not utilizing it properly. And that's just, I think once everybody gets on the same page, I think this could be a good football team, just the way it is. Now, I told you I'm not expecting Gardner Minshew to win the Super Bowl, but what I did say was I expected him to at least challenge for a playoff position. I mean, so if you actually play to Gardner's strength, things could be better. But we don't play to anybody's strength but the offensive coordinator's ego and him trying to run the ball. Well, the problem is you would have been able to run the ball if your GM would have actually reached out to Josh Jacobs and gave him a real decent contract. And then, yes, you would probably have a running game. But because he didn't do that, you're relegated to depending on a Zamir White, who had a flash in the past for 4 games, but has disappeared since. So, for me, said, "Nah, I don't wear toe socks, bro. I don't wear toe socks." For me, it's like, bro,
Oh,
utilize what your strength is. And right now, your strength is passing the ball. That's your strength. Even these wraparound reverses, trick plays, you can sprinkle those in. Those will work. Or, or if you want the running game to work, how about you use the right running back? How about you put Madison in the game and let him play till he gets hurt, and then you bring Zamir in because Zamir is proven to be a backup, not a starter. And until I see starter quality from him, I don't know why he started. I just see. Go ahead.
I think those end around runs, that was on tape. Because when I went to go back and see what could have been, what we could do to attack the Browns, it was the end around style of runs. You know what I'm saying? Running on the outside. That's why Bowers was able to get what he got on the outside. That's why Tucker and Turner were able to get what they got on the outside. That was because they saw that on tape. So, I'm with all that, but they just got they my issue last week with them was they just did not continue to do what was working for them in the first half. And I think that's why we saw the lapses in our offense in the second half, was because they completely bailed from everything that we did in the first half, that they didn't stop. So it wasn't like, oh, they stopped it and then we had to, try to figure something else out. They didn't stop it, but we didn't even continue to run it at them. So that was my issue with Getsy in regards to calling the game. But when it comes to the offense, I think there's so many different variables that are not going all the way right that it just looks like everything's wrong. With a little bit of flashes here and there. Did you mute?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yeah, no, I was letting you talk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was letting you talk. Guess he's got to figure it out, basically. Guess he's got to figure it out, bro. And you got way too much experience in the NFL for. I mean, look at Justin Fields, bro. Justin Fields is having a great season. So far, he's having I won't say a great season. He's having a really good season.
He's looking good.
He's looking good. He don't look like he was when he was looking with the Bears. I'll tell you that for sure. He does not look like he looked when he was with the Bears. And people were like, oh, we should have got, no. It played out the way it played out. And if Getsy doesn't get it right, look, I could see him being fired in the middle of the season if it's not going well. I could see the offensive coordinator being changed. Now everybody knows I wanted Hugh Jackson for offensive coordinator.
Mm.
That I still say that I feel like Hugh could have did a way better job with our offense. Personally, I think he could have did a way better job with our offense. But I'm not saying that Lou Getsy can't figure it out. Just asking when is he going to figure it out?
I was hoping that he would have it, just from the beginning of the season. I was hoping that he would have it together by week 4. You know what I'm saying? I was and that's where even in my record prediction, I was like, hey, I know this offense is going to start off slow. You know what I'm saying? Da, 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 da. But by this week, we should be up and running, and we're not in any facet of our game. And I hate to say it like that, but that's just what it is. Like we're in regards to our offense, we're like, a car that's putting. You know what I'm saying? Like, pop. Okay, there was a flash from Bowers. Okay, you know what I'm saying? When are we gonna get our next pop? Oh, we got Tucker down the field. Cool. Instead of it being consistent, and maybe I'm asking too much. Maybe maybe I'm asking too much.
No,
in 4 weeks.
no. I mean, I don't think so. For a little consistency, I don't think that's asking for too much. For a team, you're just asking the team to be consistent. That's all. Either you're gonna be up or you're gonna be down. Fucking choose one. But we can't go on this fucking roller coaster every fucking game. Every game. I would like to see them just come out there and play a good. I have not seen the Raiders play a dominant football game in a very long time. Just completely dominant football game in a very long time. I haven't. It's been a very, very, very long time. I mean, well, shit. No, I guess. I don't know. Did we dominate the Kansas City game or did we just win the Kansas City game on Christmas last year? Was that dominant or was that a win?
I think it was just a win, but I think the magnitude of the win kind of makes it lean into a bigger win than anything else because of the stronghold that Kansas City has over us in regards to wins as of late. But it's tough. I keep saying that, like, you look at this team and you look at it on paper and it's like, man, why is it not coming together? You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about the offensive side when I talk about the team. I'm not talking about, I think the defense is what the defense is going to be. Whether we still feel that's a, top 10 defense or whatever the situation may be, I think the defense is going to be the most consistent thing we have outside of our kickers. But I really would hope and wish that, this offense would come to battle with the rest of the team. Because I said
Anthony, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to answer Anthony Estrada. He said, I don't know about you, but aside from the few penalties, I think we played a solid 4 quarters. Well, I don't. You know what I mean, Anthony, and I'll tell you why. Our first drive was a punt. Our first offensive drive was a punt. We didn't move the ball. We didn't get a first down. We came out there. They kept the ball for 7 minutes. You know what I mean? We kept the ball for 45 seconds. And then we gave it back. And then they scored again. Yeah, it was a field goal, but yeah, they scored again. And now we were down 10-0. That's not a full 4 quarters to me. Maybe 3. But the team has got to stop coming into the first quarter half-assed, not awake, full. For some reason, we come out and our first drive stall. We come with a good play, we get 8 yards, and then we don't do shit. We don't even get the first down. We can't pick up the other 2 yards. Then we end up punting the ball. That's not solid to me. Truthfully, I expect more from our team. I expect better. I won't say I expect more. I expect better. So,
especially against the Browns, like, man.
Raider Rebel, you keep saying our quarterback has been struggling all year, but he's a top 10, if not top 5 right now. If he's not top 10, if he's not top 5, he's top 10 quarterback in the NFL right now. That's not struggling. He was number 1, number 2 through the first 3 weeks. Through the first 3 weeks, he was number 1, number 2. And he didn't do that bad in this game, so I don't see why he wouldn't still be 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just be honest. When he gets hot, we decide to run the ball. Cools off the whole fucking team. Then he's got to warm up again. Our play calling is inconsistent, so our play is inconsistent. I'll tell you, our 2 losses are due to bad offensive play calling. Well, no. Carolina just came in hot, bro. New quarterback, no wins. They just came in with that guns blazing, shots out to the glory. You know what I mean? So, yeah, AJ Cole looks nice, of course. I'm always with Cole. Everybody love Cole. You know what I mean? Everybody love Cole. I mean, but even Daniel Carlson missed some kicks this year. Like, that's odd of him. You know what I mean? That's real odd of him. He don't really miss like that. So, I think that was one of the things that killed us in Carolina too, was the missed field goal. Not in Carolina, but against Carolina. You know what I mean? I don't want nobody saying, we were at home. I know we were at home. I was supposed to go to the game, but I got COVID earlier I felt like I had COVID earlier that week. I was sick. All that week. And I didn't get better till Friday night. And I was supposed to be leaving Friday night. So I didn't get better till after I was supposed to be leaving. And I still felt like shit on Saturday. Didn't really feel like myself until later Sunday night. I mean, I wasn't coughing and shit anymore or nothing like that, but didn't really feel like normal myself until like later Sunday night. So, yeah. I was supposed to be at the Carolina game because I was going to go to Loon's pool party. You know what I mean? Hopefully it turned out well for Brody. I haven't talked to him. Um, yeah, but I was sick. So I kept my ass at home so I didn't get nobody else sick. Just in case.
Keep your germs with you, man.
Yeah, keep my germs with me.
I ain't
I
trying to
mean, that's
catch
we
you.
don't throw the ball like we're supposed to, Raider Spade. You know what I mean? But 877 yards in 4 weeks, it's not bad. It ain't the greatest numbers ever, but it ain't bad either. But we don't throw the ball when we're supposed to. And passes have been dropped when they shouldn't have been. Devontae Adams, Jacoby, fucking Trey, fucking Bowers, uh, Madison. I don't think Madison has dropped anything. But man, everybody has dropped something. Everybody has dropped something. Everybody's been playing out of character at some point in time, right? We need everybody to get in sync, get in the character, stay in the character, play, and then at the end of the game, you can come out of character. You know what I mean? But while you in the game, stay in character. Do
Hmm.
everything you're supposed to do. Catch the easy passes that, it happens to a lot of great wide receivers. It happens to a lot of average wide receivers. It happens to a lot of bad wide receivers. Sometimes when you see daylight in front of you, you just get so amped, so hyped, you want to hit it. And you just don't fully focus and concentrate bringing in the ball. You know what I mean? That's no one man to blame. That's life. That's that's just life. You know what I mean? Look, for me, Raider Spade, I think that's the biggest thing, man. The run game and the play calling are big suspects, bro. It's big suspect to me, bro. And for me, if you can get that, if you just get those two things right, man, I think you can have a really deadly offense. But I don't know when Samir's gonna wake up, and until he does, bro, just need to start Madison. Madison just looks better. He looks more ready. The problem with Madison is he could never stay healthy in Minnesota, and I think that's one of the fears that most coaches have in the back of their head is that put him out there to take too much. You know what I mean? You may not have him later on. So and that was the thing in Minnesota because I thought he was a good back in Minnesota. He just couldn't stay healthy, just like the running back they had in front of him couldn't stay healthy.
Well,
So
the one ahead of him, they ran him into the ground. So I understand why he is who he is right now. I think he's like the third running back on the team he's on right now.
yeah, I mean a Jonathan Taylor is rare. You know what I mean? A Joe Mixon is nice. Look, Saquon's just now getting back. He ain't even doing all that hot. He had one big run against New Orleans. He had that one big run. Other than that, he's been okay. He ain't been no superstar star. You know what I mean? Like, he ain't been that. But I'm not saying he's been no average Joe either. He's
Mm-hmm.
getting back. You know what I mean? A little bit. What has Ezekiel Elliott done? Not too much of anything. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you tell you facts, names. They're just names. I mean, shit. Derrick Henry just had a good game. You know what I mean? Derrick Henry just had a good game. Like a solid game. He didn't have a good game against us. We know that for a fact, or they would have won. You know what I mean? If he'd had a good game against us, they would have won. But we came out. We did to Baltimore what Carolina did to us. We came out hyped because we was the underdog. Carolina
And
came out hyped because they was the underdog. And we bounced back this weekend. Yeah, I mean, we beat a depleted team, but a win is a win, nigga. I don't give a fuck how we get it. You took the field and played, you lost. I mean, I don't care if you was missing 19 starters, bro. You took the field, played a fair game, you lost. Give a fuck who played. I don't give a fuck who was in your uniform. You lined up opposite of us on the line of scrimmage. We put up more points than you. You lost. Now, Amari Cooper wants out. Amari Cooper wants to get out of Cleveland.
we don't want it.
No. Somebody does. You know what I mean? Somebody does. You wouldn't take Amari back?
No.
What about y'all, chat? Let me ask y'all, man. Would y'all take Amari Cooper back?
No.
Be real. Take your feelings out of it.
I don't
Just
have any
think-
feelings. I don't
No,
have
no.
any feelings.
I'm not saying you. I'm talking to the
Okay.
chat. Take your feelings out of it. Would you take Amari Cooper back? D Minute says no. B Down says no. Raider Rebel said no. Tony Angel said he would. Raider Rebel says no. The offense goes to the quarterback. And when you have guys wide open. Hey, look, you gotta remember, man. If I can't see you open because there's no lanes because my offensive line isn't doing a good job, that's not my fault. You know, Tom Brady has missed wide open wide receivers. Aaron Rodgers has missed wide open wide receivers. Didn't see him. Didn't throw the ball to him. Drew Brees. It happens. You know what I mean? It happens. It's part of the game. I'm not going to see everybody. But you know what I like about Minshew? He doesn't just give up on the play. He's not going to just sit back there and fold like a lawn chair. He's not going to do it. He's going to try to at least extend the play, give it his best effort. And ain't that what you want? I mean, you want a quarterback that's going to at least try to get out the pocket if he can, right? Make something happen, extend the play with his feet just a little bit longer. Every time, look, it's not going to be perfect every time you drop back. It's just not. That's the reality of the game, bro. If it was going to be perfect every time you drop back, every quarterback would be Hall of Fame. Every quarterback will be Hall of Fame. Every wide receiver will be Hall of Fame. But that's not reality. Reality is the defense is going to get the best of the offense every now and then. The offense is going to get the best of the defense every now and then. And at the end of the game is what team put up the most points total. Be it offense put them up or the defense put them up. It doesn't matter. At the end of the game, it's what team put up the most points. Not what quarterback threw for the most yardage. That's not taken into consideration when you win. They don't add that into the scoreboard. Well, yeah, on the scoreboard, you have 21 points and they have 19 points, but their quarterback threw for 600 more yards than your quarterback. He had, you know what I mean? Like, so we're going to give them points for that. No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. So, you know what I mean? Fact of the matter is, once the play calling gets better, we really find our groove and how our offense is supposed to run and get it more cohesive and more fluent. Then you'll see better results. But until then, man, everybody's to blame. And it's because the office just isn't where it needs to be. That makes everybody on the offense to blame. The coordinator, the line, the quarterback, the tight end, the running back, the wide receivers. Everybody's to blame. One broken link in the chain fucks up the whole chain. So once we get it all figured out, starting with the offensive coordinator and how it's actually supposed to be ran, like better play calling, you know what I mean? More cohesion on the offensive line. That's the other thing. The offensive line is kind of still trying to find its way around each other because they're all pretty much like new. They don't really have any, you know what I mean? What's the word I'm looking for? It's on the tip of my tongue too.
Cohesion.
More than that. You know what I mean? Camaraderie. They don't have any real camaraderie with each other. You know what I mean? They ain't been in the trenches fighting with each other long enough to build that trust, that bond. You know what I mean? Camaraderie. So yeah, it's just, once they get that and play calling, you could have a pretty good offense. You really could. But missing assignments, missing blocks, not really fully understanding the terminology, all of that can mess up a play. You know what I mean? And it don't have to be all at one time. Just one of those things at any point in time during a play can mess up the play. Because one piece is not where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Which leaves a hole, a gap, a, a weak link in the chain. Right. So
I think JPJ did well, but he's just coming back, what I'm saying, into the fold of playing with these guys. But we'll see what he does, how he does this week. How that consistency, flows. Because this is like his third week playing.
Yeah. Second week. This would be his third week. Yeah. This would be his third week playing.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? We've been rotating line. You know what I mean? If you look at the successful teams in the NFL right now, they don't have a rotating line. They have cohesion, they have camaraderie, they have understanding, they have the knowledge of playing with each other on a consistent basis. We don't possess that. So that's just my thought.
Yeah.
My thought. I mean, you look how Baltimore tried to play us. They had a rotating offensive line. It didn't work out. They tried to keep fresh legs in front of Max Crosby. It didn't work out. Right. We've been rotating our offensive line all year long. Yeah. Just when we was about to get a really good offensive line, Mumford goes down. Just saying, man. Well, once we get it all put together, This could be a really good football team. It really can. You got all the parts. Is Gardner Minshew the best choice for the Raiders long term? I don't know. Probably not. But he's your best option right now because there's nothing else available. And you could tell me, hey, no O'Connell, but I'm telling you, there's nothing else available. He's your best option on your team right now.
Somebody need to call in Chase Garbers.
Nah, he's doing good in the XFL or whatever that shit is called.
He in San Antonio.
Yeah, he did pretty good over there. I ain't gonna cap. He did pretty good over there. But that might just be where he make his money, where his career is. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with that. They get paid over there. You know what I mean? And it's good football. It's good football over there. So, but no, you know what I mean? No, you ain't got to bring in Chase. Chase had his turn. I cheered for him. I pulled for him. Help. Hope he, panned out, but he didn't pan out. Maybe he'll get a chance. Maybe he won't. Who knows? But that ship has sailed here. You know what I mean? That ship has sailed for me. When you leave the NFL and you go play in a lower league, not saying that it don't work out for some people, because it worked out for Warren Moon. It worked out for Kurt Warner. Worked out for Kurt Warner. Worked out for Doug Flutie, but he didn't win a championship. But worked out for him. Yeah. But it works out for some people. Works out for some people. Doug Williams. It worked out for Doug Williams. He played in the NFL, and then he had to go play in the CFL, and then he got picked up by Washington, won the Super Bowl. First black quarterback to start and win the Super Bowl. So, yeah, works for some people. Not saying it's going to work for him, because that's a short list of people. It sometimes works out for, me. God got a plan for everybody, man. You know what I mean?
True.
God got a plan for everybody. And I say that in the meaning of whoever you pray to and believe in and worship, that person has a plan for you. Or I won't say person, but that spirit has a plan for you. That's what I mean when I say the word God, meaning everybody's religion, not just one, but everybody's, whoever you pray to, that's a plan for you. So, and with that being said, do you have a closing thought for this week coming up, or just something you want to share with the people?
I would just, wait and see. Don't work yourself up over everything that you're seeing. You know what I'm saying? If it happens, it happens, and just hope that the Raiders make the right decision. That's the best thing we can do. They ain't paying our bills, so just keep it in that aspect. I think this week against the Broncos, I think it's going to be a tougher game than we think it's going to be. Their defense is actually pretty good, and actually they match up fairly similar to what we got. We got a good defense. They got a good defense. Our offense ain't so well and ain't clicking. Theirs ain't so well and ain't clicking. So, it's definitely going to be a cause for an interesting game. And I don't want to say history repeats itself, because history has said that, we about to sweep the Broncos, but the way things are going, who knows?
hopefully history continues to be on the side of us, and you know, the streak continues. That would be nice, but ain't no guarantee. Ain't no guarantee at all. Um, Raiders, Raiders fan. I don't know how often I'm gonna go be live, man. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, oh man, I'm gonna be here every day. I'm not at that point yet. You know what I mean? I'm not at that point. But I felt like I owed it. I felt like I owed this show to the people who truly support me, and you know what I mean, been asking me where I've been and when I'm coming back. I felt like I owed this to them. You know what I mean? And it's really, this was a test show for me to see how I felt about being back live. You know what I mean? And I don't feel too bad. I don't feel too bad at all. Um, like I said, I'm just working on the studio and the setting that I want to be in to be able to bring you the best content possible. This is nice because I'm outside, but behind me is a hill. I live in the hills. You know what I mean? So when how do I put this? Like, it's colder up here. Let's just put it that way. It's colder up here. You know what I mean? And I felt it on my bike the other night, bro. I was coming up the street, and it was a nice. I'll say it was a nice feeling, like nice 78. You know what I mean? 77, 78. You know what I mean? Nice, warm but cool. You know what I mean? Right? I passed one light coming up the hill to my house, because you got to come up the hill. I passed one light coming up the hill to my house, bro. It instantly dropped 26 degrees. Instantly, bro. It went from feeling like 78 to feeling like 53, bro. 50 like, bro, it dropped drastically. And I was like, oh yeah, okay. Winter's coming up here. I feel it. They're not lying when they say it's colder in the hills, man. It is. It's very much colder in the hills. So that's why I don't want to be outside during the winter. I want to be in a nice little controlled area as well. Plus, my neighbor's master bedroom is like literally on the other side of this wall. You know what I mean? Their master bedroom is over there. And my master bedroom is literally above me and over to that side right there. So I can't be loud, which I don't plan on getting loud on any of my shows again. Like, if I get to that point, I'd just rather mute the person I'm mad at. So, yeah, other than that, man, um, hopefully this week, because I can't say I'll be back again before the game. So I'll tell you right now, um, what I feel like needs to be done, and if it is done, these are ways the Raiders can win the game. Um, the offensive line has to put forth a better effort. First and foremost, offensive line has to put together a solid, cohesive action of play. Uh, you got to keep the quarterback clean and upright. You got to keep the pocket clean. If you keep, and this is what I mean, if they play together, right? If you keep the pocket clean, it creates more opportunity for the quarterback to be able to see down the field and see some of these wide receivers that may be running open that we're a little bit mad about. You know what I mean? Oh, he was wide open. He didn't see him. He didn't throw it. He took a sack. He didn't. He didn't necessarily take a sack, but if you go back and look at that play, where was he supposed to go? If he would have attempted to throw the ball, it could have been strip sack, fumble. You know what I mean? Recovered by the defense, and then what? He ain't even mad because he fumbled the ball because he had to throw it instead of tucking it away. I mean, I can understand if he took sacks on a regular and never tried to get out the pocket or tried to extend the plays, but he doesn't. That's the other guy. That's why the other guy doesn't start. I'm not saying that the other guy's not good, but he just takes sacks. He does not try to get away from a sack. You've never seen him try to escape a sack. He doesn't do it. He just takes the sack and hopes that the next play he bounces back and does better, which is not a bad mentality. But man, sometimes you gotta use your feet.
Yeah.
Better. Minshew is faster than AOC, so that's why he uses his feet. I think one game he had Derek Carr syndrome where he had more rushing yards than our running backs. You know what I mean? So
Remember those days.
yeah, you know what I mean. I think he actually had one of those games already. Think it was the Baltimore game. He had more rushing yards than our than our running backs. So yeah, I mean, trying to make things happen, trying to escape plays, trying to, you know. So for me, you know, I mean, I'm not saying that, you know, he's the end all be all. He's the number one answer. What I'm saying is, if you didn't have him, I don't think I don't think we're 2-2 if we don't have him. Just being honest, I don't think we're 2-2 if we don't have him. I think we're either 1-3 or we're 0-4 without him. Being honest, I think we're either 1-3 or 0-4 without him. You can hate me for that. I'll understand. But I'm just being honest. You know, I'm a numbers guy. You know, numbers don't lie. If you tell me he's the number 2, number 3 back in the NFL right now, and you have the numbers to show me and prove it to me, then damn it, I gotta believe it. Because it's right there on paper. It don't look pretty. And maybe the record doesn't reflect, but you still can't argue with his individual performance play and where it ranks.
Yeah.
Because I damn sure know Jimmy G wasn't nowhere near this last year. I believe there was a game we had with AOC where we only threw 3 passes. So you telling me the quarterback that only throws 3 passes is better than the quarterback leading the NFL in yards and attempts? I don't know. No. And I think AOC could work out one day, but like I said, I think he just needs some grooming. And I think this is his grooming time. He came in, he played in the garbage time against Carolina. Some people say he did good. Some people say it was okay. But as always, people are going to be split. That's just how it is. That's fair. But I was thinking we just might be able to sweep the Queefs. Yeah, sure. And oh, they haven't played this before. I'm just saying, Big Al. Exactly. We was 1-3 with porn star Jimmy. You know what I mean? At least we 2-2 with Minshew. You know what I mean? 2-2 with Minshew. You know what I mean? hopefully after this week we'll be 3-2 with Minshew. You know what I mean? Hopefully that stay the record for the rest of the year. That because it'll have such a great rhyme to it, bro. You know what I mean? It just sounds good. You know what I mean? Oh, what was your record? Oh, 14-2 with Minshew. You know what I mean? Don't that sound good? That sound good, right? Sound like something you want to say, right? Like says like.
See, I'm trying to hold myself back from not being so negative. So don't ask me if that sounds good.
Sound good to me.
As long as it sounds good to
You
you.
heard a place named Ray's Boom Boom Room. Wouldn't you want to go? That shit sound good, don't it? Hell yeah, shit sound real good, man. Ray's Boom Boom Room.
I know your room got gambling.
Got girls. But if the offensive line, you know what I mean, creates a nice clean pocket, man, you can the ball can be delivered downfield. Don't know if Devontae Adams is going to play this week. I would say
That is a no.
older, as an older gentleman myself, I would say, bro, don't push it if you can't be 100%. You know what I mean? If you feel any tightness or lag and where you know what I mean it may hurt your performance or your career in the future, bro. Don't push it. You know what I mean? I'm really not. I'm I don't need a player to put his and I would tell Max the same thing, bro. If you ain't 100%, man, if you feel like at any point way you could re-aggravate or anything like that, man, and prolong you coming back and maybe in further injured or where you don't come back at all this year, don't risk it, man. You know what I mean? One game, 2 games, okay, cool. You know what I mean? That's fine. You know what I mean? But get back because the end all goal is the further the season. You know what I mean? You know, we got more games to go. You know what I mean? A lot more games to go, and you can still make the playoffs at shit. Man, teams making the playoffs last year with 9 losses. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? You just get back healthy. But if those two are not out there, the same intensity I saw from the defense to end the game against Cleveland is what I want to see from the get go to the end of the Denver Bronco game. You know what I mean? Play with that same fire, play with that same intensity. You know what I mean? But Malu was a spark to that defense. You know what I mean? People ain't really been giving him his credit. You know what I mean? I've been seeing people talking, but it's all been like DA since Monday. You know what I mean? But ain't nobody really focused on really what took place on the field. It's being overshadowed. But I saw the game. Well, I'm gonna give love to Malu. You know what I mean? For the way he went out there and played like a starter. He didn't look like a backup to me. He played like a genuine starter. You know what I mean? If anybody may have played their last down as a Raider, it would be Epps. From the way Palomalu played in this game, you know what I mean, that just passed. If any player they deemed may have played their last game as a Las Vegas Raider, I would say it's probably Marcus Epps. Because
You know, I
Malu
said
ball.
I said I gave him his props this week. I looked at that too. You know, if you guys have not, I got a video and a short on Palomar. You know, who ate the brown crackers this week? It went to Palomar because I saw him coming down. You know what I'm saying? You know, trying to lay some wood. You know what I'm saying? He was physical. He was to be honest with you. Every time that I seen him on the field, even outside of the last game, I don't think much has changed to him. I think that's who he is. That's just the way he plays. That's just who he is. And I think he's really starting to catch other people's eyes, but I think he's always been that. It's just the fact that, Epps was there and Merrick were there, and, he was the third man, you know what I'm saying? But now he's a top dog at this point in regards to, our safety room.
Guard JPJ. I'm gonna just say this. Any man with 3 last names, just saying, every single name he got could be a last name. Right? Anybody whose birth name is 3 last names, that's a crazy son of a bitch, man. That's a crazy son of a bitch right there, man. You know what I mean? I didn't say son of a bitch. I said some of a bitch. Some. S-U-M. Some of a bitch. I'm not going to disrespect his mama. I don't know her like that. Right? So I didn't say son of a bitch. Don't nobody, oh, he calls you son of a bitch. Nah. Some. S-U-M. Gotta be a beast on the field, bro. And he's proving it. You know what I mean? He's proven it. Just in the 2 games that I've been able to see him play, I've seen, a nice improvement on that side of the line. I honestly don't think Andrew James played that bad this week that just passed. I know I made the jokey joke, you know what I mean, about it being Cleveland. But play like that, regardless against who it is, it's a boost of confidence. You ride that wave of confidence into the next game. Mm-hmm. And you continue to play with that. You know what I mean? That's why colleges have tune-up games to start the season. You know what I mean? That's why they play tune-up games. You know what I mean? When was the last time? The last time you seen USC play Tulane? You know what I mean? It's like it's you got to pick a tune-up game. Or what was that team they just played, man? They just played somebody a couple of weeks ago, blew their ass out the water, and turned around and lost to Michigan. But that's another day, another story. That's more for SC experience. You know what I mean? He'll pretty sure he can yell at Trojan breakdown. But I'm a fan. I don't follow college football like that too much. My Saturdays, I don't have time on Saturdays to sit and watch college football. That's why I can't follow it on a consistent basis, because I just don't have the time on Saturday to sit and watch the games. Too busy with family. But no, Sunday, Mile High. Just be ready to play. From the opening whistle to the last whistle, man. Just be ready to play. You know what I mean? Come in there, dominate. We cannot go 0-2 in the division. You know what I mean? We have to even the playing field and make it 1-1 in the division. The only way we're going to get that done is if we see the same effective defensive play that we saw against the Cleveland Browns, as well as the offensive line finding itself and gelling together and playing more cohesive as a unit, giving the quarterback clearer lanes in the pocket to be able to see down the field. And I think that we could leave Mile High with another dub to take ourselves to 3-2. But I don't think that's too much to ask. I think that's a doable thing. And yeah. Other than that, where they can find you.
Man, Raider Twan on YouTube. That's simple as that. Raider Twan on YouTube. I'm keeping it busy. Tuesday I drop a video, Who Ate the Brown Crackers reviewing. the past game. Wednesdays, 2 for 1 Nation podcast on the same channel, Raider Twan, on Wednesdays, and then Thursdays I drop, my little segment, What You Doing Wednesdays, where I talk about somebody that, they need to step it up. That's where I call out somebody and have them step it up. And then I do random lives. Also, stay tuned for a lot of shorts and stuff that are coming out. I got a couple of few shorts that are coming out even as we speak. So come on to the Raider Twan channel, hit that subscribe button, and definitely hit that like button. Why? Because I like you.
I will give you ample notice next time as to when I'll be back. This isn't my last show, but it's not my last show. I will be back. But like I said, be back when I'm in the best of spirits. I'm in good spirits right now. So it could be soon, it could be later. But I just want to be a little bit more professional about the way I bring it back to you, because I feel like I'm so far away you can't really see me. You know what I mean? And kind of want to be up close and personal a little bit, just a little bit. But till next time, ladies and gentlemen, as always, no matter how much it rains, you can never stop the sun from shining. Fuck who hates you. Fuck who loves you. As for me, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Salute to y'all. And as I walk over to the computer to end this show, good night.